This is PIX on Politics Daily with Dan Mannarino.
Hey there, I'm Henry Rosoff, and welcome to PIX on Politics Daily. Well, it's a particularly busy time, especially in New Jersey. We have the mess at Newark Airport. That's, of course, tied to politics. We have the New Jersey Transit Workers strike, which is tied to politics and commuting and a whole bunch of other things. We have the race for New Jersey governor. We just released some exclusive polling. Check that out on pix11.com. We have the race for New York City mayor. And oh, by the way, beach season is around the corner. That's what we're here to discuss. A nice respite from all the rest. Let's bring in Assemblywoman Vicky Flynn from the New Jersey State Assembly. Vicky, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Henry. Nice to be here this morning.
Thanks again for coming on. Vicky, just a quick word on the New Jersey transit strike, because it's so emergent, and I think people out there want to know what leaders in New Jersey are thinking right now. What are your thoughts on the transit strike?
We are beyond frustrated by the strike. The Jersey Shore coastline, which runs through my district, is pretty much shut down right now. So Monmouth County is very much affected by this strike. Last summer, we already had a summer of hell. Unfortunately, Chris Calori, the new CEO, is coming in the 11th hour trying to negotiate these contracts that quite honestly should have been negotiated and done before he got there. He's unfortunately had to negotiate this with a strike on the table, and here we are with a strike only weeks away from the Memorial Day weekend, where we want to get people to our beaches. We don't want to make it more difficult. We don't need more traffic on the Garden State Parkway as you come down and enjoy our beaches. So we need this strike done, resolved immediately, fairly for our commuters. Our commuters are frustrated. There's a fare hike coming their way, and they can't even get on the trains today. It's an unacceptable situation. It's a result of years of mismanagement, quite honestly. So we're hoping that they come to the table. I am happy to hear that Chris Calori has already announced his willingness to get to the table immediately to resolve this.
So let's talk about beach season. So knock wood, we get this strike settled. We get people to the beach. You want to make it easier and more affordable for New Jersey families and tourists, for that matter, to be on Jersey beaches. Tell me what you're proposing right now in Trenton.
We're proposing for New Jersey residents who are veterans and for children. We want to allow towns to be able to make that more affordable for our veterans, for our families, by allowing them to reduce, if not eliminate, fees for veterans and for children. Now, look, if towns can't do it all at once, we understand that, but we want to give that option because New Jersey has just become so unaffordable in recent years, and we want to give them that break. They are paying property taxes here. They are contributing to our economy. Let's get them to the beaches.
So as I understand it, state law dictates the type of people discounts can be offered to, but the towns kind of set their own rates. So this would essentially expand the discounts they can offer. Is that the mechanism here?
Yes, I want to make it a little bit more over-inclusive for veterans because right now it's a little under-inclusive. Our veterans served our country. They served it bravely and courageously. They should be allowed to use our beaches. It would be an honor, I believe, for most of our towns to provide them the ability to do so free from charge. But also our families. Right now, again, like reference the hikes in transit fees, our corporations are paying higher fees, utility fees are going up, grocery bills are somewhat maybe going down, but they're still pretty high. We need to give a break to New Jersey families, and that starts with allowing them the ability to come to the shore. We don't want them to try to make a decision between paying one bill and not being able to come to the beach.
Yeah, I mean, because a large family, or let's say you're bringing some cousins or the kids' friends, I mean, that adds up quite a bit, whereas this is supposed to be, the affordable, convenient vacation option, right, for New Jersey families, and also helps the businesses down there. So I imagine you view this as also an economic driver, because the more people at the beach, the more these shore towns benefit. Is that kind of, the back-end business rationale?
Absolutely. We want to make sure people come down to Monmouth County and enjoy the beaches as much as possible. It's a huge tourism issue, not only for Monmouth County, but all the way down the shoreline. But here in Monmouth County, we depend heavily on tourism for our beaches. So they could come down and enjoy our beaches, but also there's a lot of other things to enjoy here in Monmouth County. We have the most beautiful park system in the state. So I would also put a plug in for people to enjoy our parks, which are free of charge right now as well.
So talk to me about next steps here. Where are we at in Trenton with this? This proposal doesn't seem particularly on its surface to me, the outside observer, as partisan one way or the other. So what sort of sponsorship do you have? What sort of initial feedback have you gotten? Where's the conversation at?
The initial feedback when we try to get sponsorship is that they can't believe this isn't the case already with veterans. So that's been really positive. The other feedback has been extremely positive to get everyone on board. However, right now, especially when we have a strike going on with our rail system, we have a budget issue, we have school funding issues, we have so many other issues clouding our minds in the budget season. It's hard to get people's attention on this, but I'm committed to doing so, not only for Monmouth County, but for all our shore counties, so that we can make sure our veterans, our families have an affordable way in which to enjoy the beaches this summer.
Got it. So not so much an issue of popularity or polarization here, but just a fight for attention. And I'm glad we could give you a little bit of a platform here to chat about this. Last thoughts on the beach bill. I mean, when do you think this might get done? It sounds like it might be a tough road ahead for this summer. Are we talking about next summer realistically? What are we looking at?
I mean, I think my goal is to make it happen this summer. Realistically, with the budget season, nothing like this, especially when they'll say this has a financial impact, but that won't be, it will really get tied into the budget discussion. So my goal is to use the next few weeks when we're in budget discussions to highlight the need for this bill, and hopefully we could provide some relief to New Jerseyans in the upcoming summer. But if not, definitely for next summer, and we'll get this done during lame duck.
Got it. So I'm going to plan a trip. I'm going to take my Brooklyn-based family to Penn Station. I'm going to get on an operable New Jersey Transit train. I'm going to get down to the beach for the weekend, and I'm not going to have to pay for my 2 kids under 5. That should be the game plan, right?
That should. So we'll keep praying. We have an American Pope now, so maybe more miracles like that will keep happening. But that's what we're fighting for here in Monmouth County.
Assemblymember, thank you so much for joining us here on PIX on Politics Daily. You have a great day.
You too, Henry. Have a great weekend.
And that'll do it for this edition of PIX on Politics Daily. We, of course, have the big show tonight, Friday at 6:30, with a re-air on Sunday morning. My friend and colleague Dan Mannarino has New Jersey Senator Andy Kim. Of course, a lot to talk about in New Jersey, as we have been talking about. But for now, that'll do it for me in this studio, wishing you a great day.